Yeah, Catie, obviously this is the continuation of a great season for you. Just kind of recap the year that you've had. Has it been better than expected about what you thought you would do?
Yeah, so in the fall, I had my goals with Adam. I met with him, and my goals were to take a top 10 in every event and win a couple, and I accomplished all that. I took ninth and took third a lot, won a couple events, took second, fourth, so never got outside of top 10. I also wanted to break my personal record of a 64 and did that at our home tournament and shot a 63, so accomplished all of my goals this semester and last semester, so I was really blessed to do that.
You know, obviously you want the entire team to make it, but for you to make it 2 years in a row, what does that mean to you to make it here?
Oh, it just means so much. Coming into college, my goal was to get into postseason. Having a sister who plays at a Power 5, that was really cool, and to be at a mid-major where it's a little harder to get into it, I knew going in I'd either have to win conference or do it ranking-wise, and I've been able to do it both ways, but hopefully next year we'll get the team there.
And speaking of your sister too, you get the opportunity to play at the same event as her. What's that like? How much are you going to be able to interact with her during the tournament?
Hopefully I can interact a lot. I haven't checked what tee time she's at, but since I'm with all the individuals, I might be a little earlier or later. So hopefully, like, after I finish my round, I can go run out there and support her. But it is her last year in college. She's a fifth year, so to be able to just be at the same site for her last experience will be incredible, and can't wait to join her in it.
What's the family group chat like? You know, what your parents are doing, you know, you both kind of, hey, go to the same place.
Lots of tears, knowing if I would have been picked at a different location, that would have been really hard for one parent to go to one location or the other. I was telling them, like, if I go to another site, just go to my sister's. Like, this is her last chance, just go to hers. But for them to, I guess they realized we were sisters and they were able to put me at the same spot. I'm really blessed about that and super happy.
Now, is this her first, or she played in multiple regionals?
So she personally hasn't played at regionals, just lineup base and stuff, but her team at UGA, she transferred from UGA to Indiana. She was, the team went to regionals, but this is her first appearance. Yeah.
You know, for you, you said last year was, more of the experience for you this year going into it. You know, what did you learn last year that you can use towards this year?
Definitely learned that it's really hard to get that one spot of a non-qualifying player. So I'm just know that I have three rounds to try and do it. I'll do everything I can to shoot the best I can those 3 days. And if I happen to do it, sure. But if it doesn't, I'm okay with that. But really hoping to make it to the Natties this year.
Coach, just talk about Catie's career path here. Is this the player that you envisioned bringing her here, or has she surpassed what you thought she could be?
Yeah, I always knew that it was in there. A lot of talents there. I mean, she maybe struggled a little bit her freshman year, but that's just a testament to her work ethic and organization and how she has worked, actually. It's not just about putting time in sometimes, but what's been impressive is the quality of work that she's been able to do. So, but yeah, no, I think to set goals and to surpass them is really hard to do. And it's been really fun to watch all of this kind of come together for her this year, and to have 7 top 3 finishes and a school record with a 63 and the lowest stroke average with a 70.2. I mean, just shattering all these school records. So it really couldn't happen to a better person. I mean, you just heard her say like she was okay with her parents going and watching her sister play even. So like the humility with it and things too. It's a real pleasure to get to coach her.
What's the strength of her game? What does she do particularly well?
I don't really think there's any weaknesses, and I think that's why she's been so consistent this year. All the players I've had in the past have maybe had spurts of good play followed by maybe not their best, but week in, week out, shoot under par every tournament. I think there were only 2 tournaments all year that she didn't shoot under par for the 3 rounds. And just to have that consistency of being in the top 3, 70% of our starts, and top 10 in every start. So to do that, you can't really have a flaw. So, I mean, obviously she has a lot of power, but she's got a lot of precision with the irons and quality short game too. So it seems like whenever we have team challenges, she comes out on top in most of them too. So there's not really an area that gives her trouble. So it's really a total package.
You Katie, with you, breaking these records and setting new records, it seems like all the time now. Does it surprise you, how much that you've accomplished in, this short amount of time, with you still having a year or two left to go? Did it surprise you that you've done so much already?
Yes, I honestly never expected it. Like, I love this story, but my freshman year, spring season, I didn't even travel to conference. I met with him and I was like, Coach, this is probably the poorest golf I've played in a really long time, but I promise you I'll do everything I can to keep working and never stop. And to have all the work get paid off just after years and years and years of just constant work and being in a valley all the time, and then getting to this peak and staying at the peak for over a year. Last year I always had that fear, like, what if it's just a one and done thing? I just do good once and then I fall off again. But the fact that I'm able to consistently stay up here and inspire others and have supporting teammates, it really means a lot. And I think it's really cool that I've been able to do it. Never expected it.
Right, going from point A being your first regional to this one, how much does it help to have already played on one of these, if at all? I mean, it's a different course, different setup, but just knowing that you've done this before, how much do you think that'll help you?
I don't think it's a big help. I mean, I guess I know what's going to go on, and I'm not going to be as nervous. Definitely last year I was shaking on the first tee and on the green. I don't think I'll be like that this year, so just understanding the level of play is going to be a lot higher. But in reality, it's just another tournament, so yeah.
How about this course? I'm sure that you've looked at it. What challenges does it pose, and how do you think she'll handle it?
Yeah, so the team actually played Michigan State's tournament a few years ago. Team finished second. Mary Joyner finished second individually. So we had some good success a few years ago. I think the golf course sets up really well for Catie. Obviously, when you have power, that's any sport. That's always an advantage. There's going to be some tricky rough, and the greens are going to be fast, but we're lucky in our area to have Old Stone and to have some similar course conditions that we can practice on and prepare. So I really feel like we'll be ready to go.
I believe you said you get the caddy for it. Did you caddy for it last year? For you, as a coach, what did you learn last year that you can kind of do to help her out on the course this year?
I can't technically caddy, so I can't carry the bag, but I can walk with her. So it is a little bit weird feeling because I don't have to be with 5 people at the same time. Obviously, we can just kind of focus our efforts with Catie. So I just feel like my role is to support her and to give her any kind of information that she needs. But she's really good at course prep and laying out a game plan. So we'll talk about that. But she'll be ready to go, and then day of we'll just go play golf, and that'll be fun.
What's the schedule look like for you beyond this right now? Got much set up?
Yes, my summer schedule is always really packed, so I'm gonna go. Well, depending on if I make it to the national championship, Caroline as well, we will go just straight there. But if we don't make it, we're gonna go to San Antonio, Texas, where we have a women's USGA 4-ball that we qualified for. So to be able to play together in regionals and then be partners at this next tournament would be really cool. And then in May, I have a Sea Island Women's Amateur, and then throughout the summer I go to big amateurs such as like the North and South out in Pinehurst. There's the Women's Western Amateur up in Chicago. I have a couple USGA qualifiers that I'll go to. A couple more tournaments, I can't think of them right now.
It's not much of a summer off, is it?
No, but I mean, I get to play golf and it's fun, so kind of a vacation. I also have an internship out at Indian Hills in Bowling Green, so I'll be working at the golf course as well, doing some maintenance. So busy summer, but I'm excited.
Coach, for you being here 9, 10 years or so, you kind of see how this program has evolved over the years. It keeps growing. For you, what's the next step that this program has to take, going into the future?
Yeah, I think we just keep doing what we're doing. Obviously, all the players that have been here, you've seen their stroke averages come down. The girls get along really well, and I think they've kind of pushed each other and motivated each other to practice and get better. It's not like I have to even tell them to be at the golf course. They're there before and after practice even. So I think if we just keep the culture and keep golf fun, keep the environment that people would want to come and be a part of, then Players like Catie just kind of paved the way to bring in other top-notch players as well, and then that just kind of keeps it going. So, yeah, we're in a good spot. I feel like we have a lot to offer. We have good golf courses, have an indoor facility, travel schedule and tournament schedules getting better. So everything that we've done for the past 10 years has just been taking a small step at a time. So I think it's hard to make big leaps, but if you just keep doing the small things, I think they do add up over time. So we're in a good spot.
Anything else?